Peace and blessings, peace and greetings. This is your girl Mojo, back with the third video in this series, which is new moon guidance from a zodiac signs. This video is for the water signs, so we're talking to Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, new moon guidance. These cards will be revealed after I go through these, which each of these corresponds to a particular statement, question, or topic. Without further delay, let's get into it. And before I get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you're feeling it, please feel free to leave me a comment below about what resonates with you. Please keep in mind this is a very general reading, so everything may not hit with you, in which case, please feel free to take what you need and leave the rest. Thank you. Okay. Water signs. Oh. This does not surprise me. Oh my God. When I was doing the shuffle, I said, watch all of these be fire or something. New moon is in Libra on October 16th. So, it is asking us, or it can show us potentially where we are out of balance. It's very interesting that the water signs end up with so much fire, so many staffs. Okay, so the first card, what area of my life is currently imbalanced? Three of staffs reversed. I'm going to say that you're not doing much planning. I kind of feel like you kind of just want to take off from where you are already. I've heard that referred to as going off half-cocked, like you're not really trying to put in the work that will ensure or give you a better chance of success. Like, and I don't know, let's see, I think you're doing that, it could be out of a need, like, you know what I'm saying, you need this success, so you're kind of anxious to get started, or, you could just be in a hurry. I think maybe it's also based on things that have happened in the past, to where you may just feel like planning is unnecessary, but that is absolutely not the case here. It's saying that you can't really, because staffs represent the element of fire. So what you're handling here has to do with fire. It's how you take action. It's where you find passion. It's where you feel alive at. If you want to wield that fire skillfully, as opposed to having it just burn all your shit down, some planning is necessary. You're going to need to give yourself a minute to step back and really assess where you are, so that you can plot your direction and the journey there more clearly. Planning also gives you a chance to, how can I say this, to make allowance for when things don't necessarily go your way. You know what I mean? And a lot of times changes come to us and we just have to respond to them as they come. But if you already have a plan in place for when something comes that is unplanned, then you can respond to it better than just kind of panicking, running around, in a frenzy. You could be like, oh, okay, well, I kind of, had anticipated something like this might happen. Here's what I'm going to do to it, versus, oh my God, what am I going to do? Card number 2. How can I best balance the different facets of my life? It says 8 of staffs, but it it's reversed. So I feel like you need to slow down. Like, for real talk, realest of talks, you need to slow the fuck down. You're trying to do too much too soon, and you're gonna end up crashing and burning. And I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta crash and burn so you can learn, right? But take my advice as one who has crashed and burned many a times. If you can't avoid that, then why not? Why not avoid that? Just give yourself a chance, okay? Let yourself plan. Give your stuff some time. Take some time to evaluate what you're actually doing versus just trying to run off into it, hoping that you smack into success. Now, I definitely believe in the evidence of probability and chances for luck and all of that. You may luck up. I'm not saying that that is impossible, that it couldn't happen. It absolutely can. But you got to be dealing with the reality of the situation at the same time too. Obviously luck is always possible. Some lightning does actually strike, but what about the chances where that doesn't happen? Where it's actually your planning and hard work and dedication that gets you somewhere versus just being in the right place at the right time. Now imagine if you just continue to plan and hard work and dedicate yourself to it, and then luck strikes. You'll be even more prepared for the opportunity that comes to you. Yeah. Third card. What messages do my guides have for me? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is the Queen of Staffs here. In the advice, let's see. Perhaps there is a strong feminine figure in your life that you can lean on for guidance in this area. She's obviously very skilled at wielding this fire. And she's a passionate person, very loyal, very likable type of person, very strong and loving, responsible and caring individual. You can absolutely trust what that person says. The other side of this is that this is maybe an aspect of you that you haven't tapped into yet. It is absolutely there within you, but you have to give it room and space to express itself. I think once you get into the whole part of planning and not just running off, into the unknown, but giving yourself an opportunity to assess and evaluate where you are, where you want to go, comparing that to where you have been, reevaluating, really having temperance, then you give this side a chance to shine, really. Yeah. Let's see. Fourth card. What needs to be sacrificed in order to start fresh? I actually got this card for the first video I did for fire signs. And it says 5 of coins. Now, here's the thing. I definitely know what it's like to be in need of money. I absolutely know what that's like to have something that you're trying to get off the ground, that you want and need to be successful. So I am not going to sit up here and tell you just ignore that. What I'm going to say is you have to find a way to divorce what you're doing from your desire and need for it to go right. That sounds really weird, but I mean, it's absolutely genuine. I'm truly saying this from my heart here. Like, the ceremonial magicians call it the lust for results, or maybe other magicians call it that too. The lust for results, which the lust for results is when you need and want something to go well so badly that you kind of taint the energy of it by just being constantly worried that it's not going to work. Um, I think you're going to have to let go of that in order for what you're doing to have a chance to breathe. If what you're doing is a seed, then this energy represented by this card is brambles and thorns. It's predators. It's everything that can come along and snatch your seed up or choke it from growing, or take the water or mess up the land that it's in. Like, you don't want to let this energy here poison what you're doing, because then really won't be anything. And unfortunately, that'll be at your hands. The other thing I'm getting about this card is that maybe in the beginning you're going to kind of need to relinquish what you think it means to be successful. And this is kind of what I had for the fire signs too. Um, Having money and stuff is really nice. But it's not the end all be all. Like, we absolutely need resources, and I would definitely love somebody to drop a fat check on me just out of the blue, right? But in lieu of having the money, ultimately what we need is the stuff that we can get money with. You know what I'm saying? So be open to receiving what you need in many forms. I wouldn't just be focused on dollar signs and decimal points. Even though that is a part of it, because that's how we get the stuff. But be open to receiving your blessings, receiving what you need, having your needs met in a myriad of ways. Don't be caught up in the despair of having all these responsibilities. I would definitely be avoiding unnecessary expenses. Maybe you need to not be going shopaholic crazy if you have been. Be decisive about how and where you spend your money. If it's not something that you actually need right now, then leave it, until you are in a better situation, to where you can afford to get that thing. Okay. Fourth card. Wait, no, fifth card. What intentions set during this new moon will be most beneficial to me? And what you have there is the Four of Staffs. That to me is the number of establishment, of growth, of reaching the end of one cycle and being about to go to the next cycle. So the intention, let's see, the intention that you can set there. Four of Staffs. Okay, I think this relates to your peace of mind, having positive energy, success, and an easy movement. Okay, I think a good affirmation could be, I have everything I already have within me everything I need to succeed, or I already have access to I have direct access to everything that I need for success. I have direct access to everything that I need for success. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fitting. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it kind of looks like a wedding or some type of party or feast. And, there's this kind of awning created by these staffs with these streamers and banners, and the two people are walking under it like, they're kind of celebrating the thing that's happened. Now, this card actually follows this one, so in a way, this is the result of what can happen when the proper planning is undertaken, because you kind of create that space for that stability so that thing can manifest and come through. Again, affirmation: I have access to everything I need for success. I already have everything I need. Everything I need for success is within my arm's reach. Everything I need is already within me. Okay, and final card. Where will your soul searching take you? Wow. Okay, so Ten of Swords. This mental agony, this thing that is kind of just driving you to move on without taking a second and third look at what you're doing. I feel like the soul searching is going to bring you to a point where you finally can end that. Ten of Swords, it may put you in an emotionally isolated place, to where you feel weary and depressed, possibly even physical pain or feeling overwhelmed. Um, I feel like if you look deep enough, you're going to find what is the source of this disappointment for you. What causes you to feel desperate, and really just kind of getting into the source of this mental anguish that can sometimes manifest physically. I feel like it's something that's happened before that's kind of just really affected you to the point where you're almost afraid to move forward. You're really afraid to um, you're really afraid to let yourself be great. You have all this energy, all this passion about whatever this thing is that you're trying to do, or whoever this person is that you want to be or think that you aren't. You actually have it. It's all there. But at the same time, whatever's happened to you before is really keeping you from experiencing that, and ultimately from sharing that with others. So I feel like this new moon in Libra is kind of asking you to really step into your own power versus letting these thoughts, these ideas, these things that have happened to you before drain you of that. Let's see, further guidance. Okay. Soul's Journey and the Lion. This card says imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. That sounds really familiar. Passion, action, activity, planning, really letting yourself be fucking great. Like, you have this gift and this imagination that's out of this world, but if you don't give yourself room to tap into that, to plan that, to allow that to grow and to develop into something, you're not going to see it. And really, what you need is courage. This card says lion and courage, and the wording says ask for what you want. So, depending on how you look at the world, some people pray to God, some people pray to the universe, some people don't pray at all. Some people just holler at their higher selves. Whatever the case may be, you can fully and confidently state your intention and then go after that. You don't have to be afraid of what's happened in the past, because that is limiting, that is killing, that is choking your seeds up. You would be better off adopting the attitude of courage to go boldly before and make your request known so that you can receive what it is that you need. Okay, so let's see. These are the ancestor messages. Okay, I actually got this one in the last reading, but I did shuffle them really well. And let's see, we'll see what these are too. Okay, so both of these are reversed. Usually, well, not usually. I know this one doesn't have any guidance as far as if the cards are reversed or upright, but this deck does specifically have different input when the cards are reversed, so I will get to those. Let's see. For the ancestor messages, you've got the Hunter of Conflict and the Dancer of Life. Let's see. Hunter of Conflict. Let's see what you have to say. I'm going to read from the book on these. Hunter. Okay. I am the Hunter of Conflict. Though I may seem fierce and intractable, I hesitate to draw my sword except in defense. Rather, I seek peaceful ways to help you resolve opposition in your life. And while I may use powerful energies of conflict to fuel myself, I do not seek to gain victory over others through violence or aggression. I exist to seek out the sources of your inner conflicts and find ways to heal and restore you to a state of wholeness. Keywords for this card are struggle, determination, resolution, finding better ways, restoring balance, facing obstacles, having courage, energy, healing, harnessing strength to achieve peace. Okay, and the Dancer of Life. Dancer of Life. I am the Dancer of Life. I celebrate all that is, all that has been, and all that will be. I dance throughout all the human and spiritual realms, following the bright thread of life that connects everything that has being. I teach love, I teach strength, and I impart a belief in the sacredness of all things. I bring with me the power that breaks down all barriers, that survives in the face of all odds, and that shines forth in the darkest moments. So as far as this being ancestral messages, I feel like your ancestors are saying, don't be afraid of a little chaos. That's kind of to be expected in this life. Don't let that stop you from pursuing your passions, from doing your thing, from letting yourself be great. You can really let yourself get into the joy of what it is that you're doing, of the passion for what you are creating that you want to see come to fruition. You just need to, take some time to really evaluate what it is that you'd like to do and accomplish, besides the fact of allowing that seed time to grow. That's just a necessary part of it. You can't just plant a seed and then it automatically fruits into something. Time is going to be needed. Time is going to be taken, or it's not going to happen. Okay, and so we've got 37, the moon, and 44, the sacrifice. Let's see what these cards are saying. 37, where are you? Okay. Every 28 days, the moon manifests a steady progression from darkness to light and then back again. This phenomenon in our skies has a powerful impact on our human psyches. It offers us the certainty that after periods of emptiness and darkness, there is a light waiting so we can be reborn into a new phase. This calls to mind a native African prayer to the moon. May our lives be renewed as yours is. The moon also has a strong influence on the ebb and flow of waters on the earth. This same power in turn affects human feelings and emotions and mirrors their rising from or hiding back into the unconscious. The medicine. This card calls you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month, so you can get unstuck, whether from a specific situation or life in general. For this, you need to make time to be with yourself without the distractions of modern society and have the courage, look, and have the courage to look at the unwanted or unembraced parts of your being until you arrive at a place of resolution. Shamanic lore explains that the finest treasures of humanity are hidden where people are most afraid to go. Okay, and let's see, what is that? The sacrifice. Number 44. To sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that Spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. With this card being reversed, it is medicine. What is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to Spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for too long already. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Oh, water, water, water. Sounds like you've got some work cut out for you, but I am confident that you will be able to succeed in this. The new moon in Libra energy is definitely ripe for getting ourselves back into balance where we feel like, or where we don't even know necessarily that we are out of balance. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can find my information in the section below the video. Thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to share the video, and I will catch you next time.